My name is Hiromu Suzuki from the Department of Molecular Biology, Sapporo Medical University. Thank you for giving us an opportunity for the gastrointestinal endoscopy author interview.
I'm Hiromu Yamano from Department of Gastroenterology and Hepatology, Sapporo Medical University.
I'm Eiichiro Yamamoto. Now we would like to present the summary of our study entitled Endoscopic and Molecular Characterization of Colorectal Sessile Serrated Adenoma Polyps, SSAPs, with cytological dysplasia.
Okay, so please introduce the background and the purpose of this study.
Detection and removal of precancerous lesions is essential to prevent colorectal cancers. High-resolution magnifying colonoscopy is a powerful tool for observing the microsurface structure, so-called pit pattern, which can detect conventional adenomas with malignant potential. SSAPs are pre-malignant lesions which have a potential to develop colorectal cancer, and SSAPs with cytological dysplasia are high-risk lesions. We believe that accurate diagnosis of SSAP with cytological dysplasia would contribute to colorectal cancer prevention.
Molecular mechanism underlying the neoplastic pathway from SSAP to colorectal cancer is well documented. SSAP are tightly associated with BRAF mutation and CPGI methylation phenotype. Methylation of MLH1 gene and microsatellite instability drives malignant progression of the tumor. We believe that our integrated analysis of endoscopic, pathological, and molecular characteristics could improve the diagnostic performance of colonoscopy.
Okay, so please explain the endoscopic features of SSAPs with or without cytological dysplasia.
These are typical SSAPs in proximal and distal colon. In SSAPs in proximal colon, we can see pit with open and round shape. This is a type 2O pit pattern, and it is a character of SSAPs in proximal colon. In contrast, SSAPs in distal colon show conventional over-elongated type 2 pit pattern, and they seldom show type 2O pit pattern, because type 2 is a non-neoplastic pattern which is frequently observed in hyperplastic polyps. Our data suggested it may be difficult to identify SSAPs in distal colon by colonoscopy. These are SSAP with cytological dysplasia. SSAP area shows type 2O pit pattern, and dysplastic area shows adenomatous pit pattern, such as type 3 or type 4. The most important finding in our study is the type 2O plus adenomatous pit pattern is a character of SSAP with cytological dysplasia, not only in proximal colon but also in distal colon. Next, we'd like to show a movie. Dr. Tanaka, please.
I am Yoshihito Tanaka at Akita Red Cross Hospital. I'd like to show you a colonoscopic video of an SSAP with cytological dysplasia. This is an observation using white light. This region is a flat region about 8 mm in diameter, located in the cecum and covered in mucus. It is a suspected SSAP. If we find a lesion suspected to be an SSAP by observation using white light, we usually spray 0.2% indigo carmine dye on the lesion without washing the lesion with water. We do this because removal of mucus from crypts results in the disappearance of the type 2 open pit pattern. By using this method, we can diagnose type 2 open pit pattern. However, because we are unable to diagnose a portion of the lesion sufficiently, we then carry out minimal washing to remove some of the mucus and observe the lesion again. By doing so, we are then able to diagnose type 4 pit pattern in the lesion. We then observe the lesion at high magnification using 0.04% crystal violet. In this particular case, The portion with type 2 open pit pattern corresponded histologically to SSAP, whereas the portion with type 4 pit pattern corresponded to SSAP with cytological dysplasia. By following this method, we believe that by magnifying the surface of the lesion, we can diagnose SSAP with cytological dysplasia, which is at high risk of developing cancer.
Okay, next we'd like to show the relationship between molecular alterations and colonoscopic findings.
In this study, we analyzed viral mutation and DNA maturation in the tumors. CpG island meturator phenotype, or SNP, was defined as positive when 3 or more of the 5 markers showed maturation. SSAPs in proximal colon are characterized by type 0 pit pattern, and they are tightly associated with viral mutation and SNP. However, types O and SNP are not characteristic features in SSAPs in distal colon. In contrast, type 2O plus 3 or 4 pit pattern viral mutation and SNP were strongly associated with SSAPs with cytological dysplasia in both proximal and distal colon. Our results indicate a strong relationship between pit pattern and molecular features in serrated regions, and suggest that type 2O plus adenomatous pit pattern is a useful hallmark to identify SSAPs with cytological dysplasia. We next try to assess whether the extent of adenomatous pit pattern within the tumors is associated with clinical or molecular features. As shown in this slide, we calculated the respective pit pattern areas. We initially expected the extent of type 3-4 area may be associated with aggressiveness of the tumor. However, we found that 4 tumors with least 3-4 area showed MRH maturation, which could drive malignant progression through inducing microsatellite instability. These results indicate that not the extent of the type 3-4 area, but coexistence of the adenomatous pit pattern is the hallmark of cancer risk in SSAP. Shown in this slide is a case of SSAP with cytological dysplasia, which rapidly progressed to carcinoma within 2 years. We experienced this case before we started the current study, and we now notice that type 0 plus adenomatous pit pattern in this tumor. These results strengthen our conclusion that the pit pattern could be a strong indicator of the high-risk regions.
Thank you, Dr. Yamamoto. So finally, I'd like to ask Professor Nakase from the Department of Gastroenterology and Hepatology, Sapporo Medical University, for concluding remarks.
Thank you for introduction, Professor Suzuki. I'm Hiroshi Nakase, Professor Chair at Gastroenterology Hepatology, Sapporo Medical University. I greatly appreciate your viewing our GRE also interview. So as you know, the development of endoscope has brought us to the discovery of many diseases. Now we are in the era, the time when the surface, pit pattern surface observation with the manual endoscope can approach the molecular biological analysis in addition to the pathology. So I think that I strongly hope that our study would contribute to the development of the colorectal cancer screening. Thank you for joining.